All right, everyone. So when you're ready, go ahead and settle down into pranayama shavasana on a vertical bolster with head support. Join your legs for a moment. Join your legs. Bring your legs together. Bring your big toes to touch. Inner heels to touch. And then with your hands, measure the distance of the hips to the sides of the mat so that you start off with a feeling of centeredness and then take your head and lift your head, look down at your feet, lift your head and gaze and make sure the big toes, the navel and the nose are all in one line. And then settle your head down. Make sure that the blanket is supporting the neck and the head. Extend your arms down, palms up toward the feet to make sure that the shoulders are moving down, back, skin of the back, muscles of the back moving down. And then release your legs, let the little toes drop to the sides, soften your hands, keep your hands parallel, your arms parallel to the trunk today. Release the outer elbows down, soften the palms and balance the hands on the middle knuckle. And I'm coming out so I can talk to you. So just be quiet and relaxed here. It's lovely that the sun is just coming out. So traditionally, pranayama is performed at sunrise to coordinate with the prana rising in the body. So we made it through the long winter nights, even though it's still winter. Now the sun is coming up earlier, so we do have a little more sunlight. So as the prana of the earth is rising, then we're also tuning into our own inner prana and cultivating the inner prana through the morning practice. So now observe the breath. Don't do anything different with the breath. Just observe the breath. Now, Mandy, when you're ready, if you're able to, please turn on your camera. And also let me know, since I'm just meeting you, let me know if you have any injuries or if you have any pain in anything we're going to do today. All right? Okay. Can you see? Be on gallery view, Mandy, so you can see what's happening. Be on gallery view. Okay, so we're in pranayama shavasana. Vertical bolster, blanket for your head. If you don't have bolsters, then use a stack of blankets. And if possible, if you could situate your camera so that I can get a side view, that would be ideal. All right, so now, as you observe the breath, allow the breath to settle into a soft and steady rhythm. Mandy, sit in front of your height. So I'm sitting in front of the bolster, okay? I sit in front of the bolster. And then I press the hands down, spread the chest open, lie down on the bolster, scoot the buttocks forward. All right? I'll talk you through it. Hold on. Don't lie down yet, Mandy. Don't sit on the blanket, sit in front of it. Okay? And I'm not sure where your head support is, but I feel like it needs to come in closer to, I feel like it's a little too far away. I think it still needs to come in closer, a little bit. Whoops. Yes, okay. Now sit in front of the blankets. Don't sit on the blankets, okay? Press your hands into the floor, Mandy. Press your hands into the floor and puff the chest to the ceiling. Puff the chest. Shoulders down. Now bend your elbows, come to your elbows. Come to your elbows, all right? Scoot the buttocks away from the waist. Scoot the tailbone away from the waist, okay? Now lie down, adjust the blanket under your neck and head. Under your neck and head. Neck, yeah, okay? Okay, now, extend your legs one at a time, Mandy. Join your legs at the center of your mat. And then roll your shoulders under, extend your hands down towards your feet, palms face up, hands on the floor. Turn the upper arm bone out in order to spread the collarbones. And then from here, release the little toes to the floor, let the feet turn out, soften the hands, let the elbows come down toward the floor. Relax your hands. All right. So now getting back to the breath, observing the soft and steady rhythm of the breath. We'll continue the theme that we started last week. So to recap, we'll start with the breath. I'm calling this sort of pre-Ujjayi. Okay, so don't think of this as Ujjayi necessarily. It will evolve into Ujjayi, but not right off the bat. So the first set of breaths is going to be, imagine like a breeze, a wind that's coming through your feet, starting at the soles of the feet, up the legs, and then sweeping up the trunk so that as you inhale, the breath is swept up from bottom to top, all the way up to the collarbones, throat soft, chin down. And then as you exhale, you sweep the breath out. It's like a breeze. Sweep the breath out, down, and out through the soles of the feet. So continue this pattern for a while. So inhaling through the soles of the feet, through the legs, through the trunk, all the way up to the top of the chest, and then exhaling, sweeping the breath out. It's like a wind that's coming through your feet, through your legs, through your trunk, all the way up to your throat, and then out. So follow this pattern for a while. So of course, there's not lung tissue in the feet and legs, but a feeling that the breath is originating from the feet. The prana is moving through the feet, through the legs. And then when you feel the breeze, the wind coming into the trunk, give a little support by rolling the biceps away from the chest and drawing the trapezium down, shoulder blades into the back ribs. Just a little bit, don't make it muscular. And then also, as you're exhaling, abdomen back so that the breath is sweeping gently outward. And the chest stays lifted while the breath is leaving your body. So allow this breath pattern to get slower and softer. And as the breath becomes slower and softer, then you transition into Ujjayi. So the Ujjayi coming through the feet, through the legs. When it reaches your abdomen, pull the abdomen up and back so that you lift the breath. You facilitate the movement of the breath into the rib cage. Feel the rib cage expand from bottom to top, all the way up to the collarbones. Keep the chin down, throat soft, back of the neck long. And then exhaling, keep the abdomen pulling back so that you can mediate the exhale so that it doesn't come gushing out, but you're mediating the exhale through the lift of the abdomen. Keep going with this pattern for another few breaths. Ujjayi from the bottom to the top. And then exhaling from the top to the bottom. And finish this cycle. Finish this cycle, return to normal breathing. The second breath pattern that we've been incorporating is the movement of the breath from the back body to the front body. So now imagine like a cushion of air behind your back. And so now as you inhale, the breath will move from the back body to the front body like you're inflating an air mattress. And the chest will rise toward the ceiling. The entire rib cage, the entire trunk will move toward the ceiling as you inhale, and then move toward the floor as you exhale. So now the movement of the breath is from back to front. And then exhaling from front to back. See if you can feel the entire trunk expanding. Yes, the breath is concentrated in the thoracic region where the lungs are, but see if you can feel the inflation of the entire trunk. Throat soft to contain the prana. Arms soft. Hands soft, thumbs soft. Groin soft, feet soft. Face soft. So a series of breaths from back to front. observe the difference between this breath pattern and the earlier breath pattern. Be more aware of the armpit chest and feel the back of the armpit moving toward the front of the armpit as you inhale. Coil the front of the armpit up and over the shoulders. And then feel the armpit gently recede as you exhale. However, not to cave or indent the armpit chest. Keep a little lift, a buoyancy in the armpit chest, even as you exhale. Finish this cycle, breathing back to front. And then return to normal breathing. Okay. So from here, gather your hands in, bend your legs. Roll to your side. Sit up. So now for this next bit, have a mat folded in half, okay? A mat folded in half, and then roll it really snugly. Okay, so you're gonna make a roll with the mat like this. So I'll have my bolster at a wall. Now you'll need a wall. If you don't have a wall, then you can use a chair or a couch, heavy furniture, okay? But ideally a wall. And the roll is going to go here. It'll go on top of the bolster at the wall. And have 2 blankets on hand. If you don't have blankets, you could use towels. Okay, let me see your setup. Okay. And then 2 blankets, okay? So we're using the roll for support. So I'm bringing the roll is going to be spine-wise. Okay, so I'm pushing myself up against that roll. The legs can be bent. I'm pushing myself up against that roll. Make sure the roll is right at the center of your back. Then from here, have the blankets nearby. Then from here, Swastikasana. Putting a blanket underneath my knees so that I can push down slightly. And then a blanket for my lap, for my hands, okay? So here's the setup. Let me see you. Yeah, that's fine, Nazani. Uh-huh. So look at my legs, Mandy. Watch my legs. Swastikasana, okay? Swastikasana is a tight cross leg position. And then this gap here, I'm filling in. Okay, so the blanket comes in after you're in Swastikasana. And that it's not to lift the knees, it's to give the legs a little something to push into in order to lift the spine more. Okay. And then a blanket for your lap so that you can have a little, it's like a little table for your hands. Okay, a table for your hands to lift higher. All right. So from here, have your palms down on the blanket. Palms down on the blanket. Nazanin, I wonder if you could put a little bit more height underneath your right knee. Underneath your left knee. Underneath your left knee. Nazanin, just take your blanket and move it more underneath the left knee. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Let the right knee drop down. I don't know, maybe it's the cast. Yeah, okay, all right, that's good. The cast is providing support, so you just need to really support the left knee and not so much the right knee. Yeah, because the cast is giving you support. Okay. All right, so with your hands on top of the blanket, then roll your shoulders back. Wrap your shoulders around the roll. Keep your head upright for now. Wrap your shoulders around the roll. Remove your glasses. And then with your shoulders wrapped back around the roll, navel pulled back, sacrum is touching the roll. And then from here, bring your head down. But keep the shoulders back. Nod your head down. Nod, yes. Then keep your head down in the yes position. Jalandhara Bandha. Lift the chest toward the chin. Spread across the collarbones. Lengthen, dangle the arms down. Lengthen the elbows downward. Draw the outer elbow toward the inner elbow and have a lift from the inner elbow up to the armpit. Move the back of the armpit toward the front of the armpit. Lift the front of the armpit up toward the shoulder and down toward the back. So the coiling of the front armpit. Good. Head down. Now from here, let's incorporate the third breath pattern, which is from the center to the sides. So take a slow, soft inhale, take a slow, soft exhale. Inhaling, originating in the midline. Inhale, spread the breath out to the side ribs, filling the chest cavity, right and left sides. And then exhale back to the midline. As you inhale, keep the head down. Take a resting breath if you need to. Inhaling from the center to the sides. And then exhaling from the sides to the center. It's almost a feeling like the size of the chest could push the arms wider. Like that's how much width you are creating. Like you're trying to fit through a doorway, you know, like a large person coming through a door. That's the feeling of the chest. And back to the midline as you exhale. And repeat this pattern a few more times. Take resting breaths in between if you need to. Back of the neck long. Collarbones lifting, head down. Inhaling from the center to the sides. Feel the shoulders wrapping around that roll as you inhale. And then exhaling from the sides to the center. As you exhale, keep extending the outer elbows downward, lifting up from the inner elbow to the armpit, and coiling the front of the armpit, coiling the armpit chest. So we've used the image of the accordion. Continue with this breath pattern. We've used the image of the accordion, moving out, moving in, but also it's like you're opening up a book, and the pages of the book are getting wider as you open the book, and then you're closing up the book, and it's like the pages are getting narrower as you close the book. If there was such a magical book like that. So that spine of the book is your own spine, and sort of unfurling and furling. Now finish this cycle. And keeping your eyes closed, bring your head back up when you finish the cycle. Sit quietly for a moment. Normal breathing. And then from here, extend your legs, release the blankets, and then you'll lie flat on your back. All right? Lie flat on your back. If you need some kind of support, use it, otherwise flat on your back. And just rest now. So the purpose of Shavasana after pranayama is to kind of come back to neutrality. So pranayama is cultivating that life force and bringing up that life force, but now kind of coming back to neutral, because a little goes a long way. So allowing the nervous system to come back to a resting state, allowing the breath. When the breath comes back to normal, it's like a new normal. It should feel very light and effortless and easy. No strain whatsoever. So as you rest, just observe the abdomen effortlessly rising and falling. Nothing special. So you could stay here as long as you want. I'm going to be officially ending the meeting. And you can get up whenever you're ready, all right? So have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, you can email me. Take good care.